ほら、ルフィ、今一緒に海賊になる仲間を探してるんだ。
Hello guys, welcome to my channel The Wandering Zoro, your go-to destination for anime-related content. And if you're new here, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you never miss out on our latest videos. In today's video, we're going to be diving into part 1 of the series. So be sure to stick around until the end, and let's get started. Inko Izuku, Clover, breakfast. Izuku and Clover, coming. These two are Izuku and Clover Midoriya, twin brothers and third-year students at Aldera Junior High. Izuku and Clover quickly ate their food and got their bags. Izuku, ready to go, Clover? Clover, yep. They left their house and started walking towards school. Izuku, you know, it's hard to believe everything that's happened to us recently. Clover, tell me about it. The sludge villain, being saved by All Might. And then, well, you know. Izuku, yeah, I do. It's all so exciting. Finally, I get the chance to become a hero. We'll make it to UA together. Clover, hopefully, we'll be able to get to the same class. Izuku, I wonder if we'll make friends at UA. Clover, I hope so. Because our school is filled with rotten people. Izuku, yeah? Eventually, they made it to school. Aldera Junior High is a horrible school for those without a quirk. Like Izuku, every single day, Izuku is bullied again and again. Luckily, his brother is always there to help him out. Izuku, so I'm thinking of doing a bit of extra training during free time at Clover. Let's try not to go too far, bro. We should run it by Mr. Yagi first. Izuku, I see your point. Do you think we'll do well in the entrance exam? Clover, of course. Unknown character. What's this about the entrance exam? The twins looked to see. Izuku and Clover groaned. Clover, what do you want, Bakugo? Katsuki, I'm telling you that you better not apply, or else. Clover, or else you try to attack Izuku. Then I get mad and shoot another rubber bullet in your face. It's the same thing every single time. Don't you have anything better to do? Katsuki clicks his tongue and goes to his desk. Izuku, I'm really tired of Kakin bullying me. Clover, yeah? The downside of us going to UA is that we may end up in the same class as him. Izuku, let's just get this class over with. Clover, yeah? After that, class went on like normal, which is not a good thing. But eventually, they were done. Izuku, finally, class is over. Clover, I thought it would go on forever. They started to leave when they came into contact with someone unfamiliar to them. Unknown character. Excuse me? Izuku Eep. Unknown character. Clover, I'm sorry. He's pretty shy around girls. Unknown character. Oh, I see. Which one of you is Izuku Midoriya? Izuku, that would be me. Unknown character. I'm Yuma Amano. And I'd like to ask you something, Izuku. Would you go on a date with me? Izuku HUH. Clover. Yuma, what do you say? Izuku, sure. Yuma, yay? I'll meet you over at the park. She then left and commotion stirred about this. Izuku. Clover, did that really just happen? Did I actually get asked out on a date? Clover, I think so. We should head over to Mr. Yagi. This might interfere with our training. Izuku, oh no. You're right. Let's go? After that, they made their way over to the trash-filled beach that is Dagoba Beach. All Might. Young Midoriyas. There you are. You took a little longer than usual. Is there a reason? Izuku and Clover relayed what happened. All Might. I see. Well, Izuku, you don't have to worry about this interfering with training. It's not a bad thing to go on a date. Besides, it could be good for motivation. Izuku. Thanks, All Might. I better go get ready. He rushed to home to get ready for his date. All Might. You must be very happy for your brother, Clover. Clover. A little bit, yeah? All Might. Why only a little bit? Clover sighed. Clover. This isn't the first time Izuku was asked out on a date. He was asked out on a date once. He thought he had finally found someone who actually loved him. But, All Might, but what? Clover. As it turns out, it was all just a cruel joke. She took a dare from her friends to ask Izuku on a date to see what he says, and when he accepted her feelings, he clenched his fist in anger. Clover. She laughed in his face, telling him it was all a joke and that no one in their right mind would date a quirkless loser like him. He stayed in his room for an entire week before he was ready to come out. All Might. I see. You're concerned that history will repeat itself. Clover, I hated seeing Izuku like that. I don't want that to happen again. All Might put his hand on his chin and started thinking before coming up with an idea. All Might, all right. Listen, Clover. Clover, HM? All Might. When your brother goes on that date of his, follow him from the shadows. If anything bad happens, interfere and show her just how important he is. Clover, good idea. Thanks, All Might. All Might, no worries. After that, Izuku got ready for his date. Of course, Inko was crying plenty of happy tears. Eventually, Izuku made his way to the park where Yuma was going to meet him. Izuku, I'm so nervous. I've never been on an actual date before. What do I even do on a date? While he was panicking in his mind, someone tapped him on the shoulder. Izuku, huh? He turned around to see. Izuku, hi. The girl said nothing and gave Izuku a pamphlet. Izuku, huh? The girl smiled and walked away. Izuku, your wish will be granted? Wonder what that's about. That's when Yuma came. Yuma, hey Izuku, how do I look? Izuku, you look great. Yuma smiled, and they went on their date. Little did they know that Clover was watching them from the shadows. He was not going to let Izuku have another heartbreak. Little did the twins know, this date would not turn out how either of them would ever expect. The date was pretty normal. They went to a restaurant and had some good grub. They walked around the area and enjoyed some nice sights. Simple stuff. Yuma, thanks for taking me on this date. Izuku, yeah? No problem. Yuma gave him a smile. Yuma, I have a question for you. Izuku, yeah? Yuma got close to his face. Clover, is she about to kiss him? Izuku was a blushing mess. But then, Yuma, would you die for me? Izuku blinked in confusion. So did Clover. Izuku, wait. What? Yuma, I want you to die for me. She then jumped back as black wings sprouted from her back. Clover, what the? Could this be a quirk? Yuma, well, I have to admit, I did have some fun today. But, she summoned a red spear of light. Izuku, what is? Yuma, it's time for you to die. Clover watched in horror as Izuku was impaled by the spear, and when it disappeared, he started bleeding out. Yuma, I'm sorry, but the fact is, you were far too great a risk to us. I had no choice but to dispose of you. If you're looking for someone to blame, why not blame him? He gave you the sacred gear. Izuku fell to the floor. Yuma, oh, thanks again for the lovely date. It was fun. She started to fly off, but then she got shot in the leg with a gunshot. Yuma, ga? Who did that? Clover, over here. She looked to see Clover. Yuma, oh? And you are? Clover grit his teeth. Clover, you. Yuma, what is it, boy? Spit it out. Clover, you dirty brother killer. He started firing everything he had at Yuma, wanting nothing more than to kill her right then and there. Yuma, I remember you now. You're his brother, isn't that right? She threw a light spear at Clover, but he dodged it and kept firing at Yuma. Clover, you monster. I'll kill you. Clover sent out a massive bullet from his gun. Clover's quirk, Justice, allows him to fire yellow projectiles. The stronger his sense of justice, the more powerful his quirk becomes. Clover, you'll pay for killing him. Yuma glared at him. Yuma, you know, I was going to kill you tomorrow, but seeing as of how you already know of our existence. She disappeared suddenly. Clover, where'd she? He was then impaled from behind. Yuma, might as well kill you now. Clover coughed vital fluid and collapsed by his brother. Yuma, you might as well know my real name. It's Rainier. Goodbye. She flew off. Clover had tears in his eyes. Clover, please anyone save us. Or at least save my brother. Please. Clover then fell unconscious. However, his wish was very much granted. The flyer Izuku had flew out of his pocket, and a giant red magic circle appeared above them. Out of it came. Unknown character. I have come. One of you must have summoned me, correct? She then saw the state they were in. Unknown character. Oh dear. It seems the two of you are on death's door. Don't worry, you two. You will live your lives for my sake. And then they woke up in their rooms. Izuku got up and yawned. Izuku, wow. Talk about a nightmare. He then heard banging on his door. Clover, Izuku? Are you in there? Izuku. Yeah, Clover. I'm in here. Clover opened the door and hugged his brother tight. Clover. Oh, thank goodness. I was so worried. Izuku. What's gotten into you, Clover? Clover, let go. Clover. I had this terrible nightmare that you were killed by your date. Izuku. Wait, that was my dream. They stayed silent for a moment. Clover. You don't think. Izuku, that really happened? Another moment of silence. Izuku. It's the only thing that makes sense. That day went on quite weirdly. Izuku and Clover were both very tired throughout the day, and on their way back, they were a lot more awake. Clover, you feel re-energized too? Izuku, yeah? This is weird. And why can I see much more clearly than I should? Clover, you too? Izuku, okay. Let's go over the facts. First, we were apparently killed. Then, we somehow woke back up in our rooms. When we went to school, we were feeling much more tired than usual. Then, as the sun set, we felt re-energized. And now, we seem to be able to see clearly, even in the dark. What could be happening here? Clover, I don't know, but I'm not comfortable with it. I have a bad feeling about it. Then, they felt a terrifying presence behind them. They turned to see someone in a purple trench coat and a fedora. Izuku, are you feeling uneasy about this too? Clover nodded. Unknown character. Well, this really is unfortunate. Me running into you too, that is. Izuku and Clover were shaking for some reason. When the man glared at them, they jumped back. Far. Izuku. Clover, why did we jump? Clover. How should I know? Unknown character. Looking for a way out? Clover, run? Izuku, run. They ran as fast as they could away from the man. Unfortunately for them, he also had wings, and he flew right in front of them. Izuku, eek. Clover, I got a really bad feeling about this. Clover shakily brought out his gun. Unknown character. You dare point that tool at me? Clover, if I have to die to protect my brother, I'll gladly do so. Unknown character. HM, it appears as though your friends and master are nowhere to be found. You show no signs of disappearing, nor any magic circles being deployed. Therefore, I will assume that you two are nothing but strays. Is that correct? He summoned 2 blue light spears. Clover, run. I'll hold him off. Izuku, no? I'm not leaving you. He grabbed Clover and took off. Unfortunately, they couldn't escape. First, Clover got impaled. Then, Izuku. Izuku and Clover. GH. Izuku. This hurts even worse than last time. Clover. Either this man is more powerful, or this has to do with whatever happened to us. Unknown character. Light is a deadly poison to your kind. It burns you from within. I thought I'd finished you two off. You boys are quite tough. The spears disappeared from them, and they gasped in pain. Unknown character. Don't worry, though. I'll put you two out of your misery shortly. Clover turned around and pointed his gun at the man. Clover, if I go down, I'm taking you with me. But before either of them could attack, a red blast destroyed the light spear. Unknown character. What did you just do, you little trash? They all then saw a red glow. Unknown character. Huh? They then saw a red-haired girl come out of a magic circle. Unknown character. Keep your hands off of them. Izuku, who? Clover, are. They then fell down. Izuku and Clover, you? Unknown character. I'll teach you not to meddle where you don't belong. He summoned another spear. He then threw it at the red-haired girl before a white-haired girl came and batted it away. The man tried to rush at them before he was struck by lightning from a violet-haired girl. Unknown character. Hold on. That hair, you're from the House of Gremory. Unknown character. My name's Rias Gremory. And you are? Unknown character. Well, who knew? The town is currently under the control of the next head of the great Gremory family. So I take it that they're part of your household? Rias. If you bring any harm to either of them, you will get no mercy from me. Unknown character. I apologize for the misunderstanding. Though it's unwise to let your servants run loose like this. The next time they're out for a stroll, they might run into someone less cordial than myself. Rias, I appreciate the friendly advice. Bear in mind, if anything like this happens again, I'll make you regret the day you crossed paths with the House of Gremory, my friend. Unknown character. No offense to your noble household, but you should bear in mind that the same thing could be said to you. He flew off. Unknown character. My name is Donasik. I pray that you and I never again cross paths. Unknown character. I can't believe they actually ran into a fallen one. Unknown character. If we don't do something, they'll die? Rias, that won't happen. They'll live. Akino, you take care of the cowboy. I'll take care of the greenette. The next day, Izuku just woke up. Izuku, geez. Another weird dream. Izuku then noticed he was in his All Might underwear. Izuku, why am I in my underwear? He thought for a moment. Izuku, did Clover try to prank me? Nice try, bro, but I'm onto you. Then his covers moved. Izuku, huh? Oh no, I'm not falling for it, Clover. Get out. The cover moved, and what he saw was Rias. Naked. Izuku, what the? He fell from his bed in complete shock. Izuku, This has to be a nightmare. Rias then woke up. Rias, oh, you're finally awake. She got up and stretched. Izuku instinctively covered his eyes because he did not want to see a naked girl. Izuku, who are you? What are you doing here? Why are you in my bed? Rias, my name is Rias Gremory, and I'm a devil. Izuku paused. Izuku, wait, what? Then, they heard Clover scream. Izuku, Clover. Clover burst into Izuku's room. For some reason, he was also in his underwear. Clover, back. Back, you thought. He then saw Rias and Izuku. Izuku. Clover, this isn't what it looks like. Clover, it looks like this red-haired girl made you and herself naked while we were unconscious and slept with you for some weird reason. Izuku, huh? How did you? Clover, because I know you, Izuku. You wouldn't make a girl naked, even if they begged you to do that. Izuku, so glad you know me well enough. That's when Akino came, who was also naked. Izuku, Clover knew exactly what was going on and rushed to cover his brother's eyes. Izuku then did the same for Clover. Rias, one more thing, boys. I'm your master. Izuku and Clover, huh? Rias, you're mine now. Nice to meet you, Izuku and Clover. Clover, hold on. What do you mean you're our master? And before you answer that, put some clothes on. Rias, fine. Rias and Akino used magic to put clothes on. Rias, we have changed. You can look now. The boys carefully uncovered their eyes and saw that they were telling the truth. They sighed in relief. Clover, thank goodness our mother's a heavy sleeper. Rias, how are your stomachs feeling? When you were stabbed, you know, you took quite a lethal blow, yet you were able to recover in a single night. Clover, that is pretty weird. Normally, we die. Izuku, no kidding. But why are we in our underwear? Rias, the best way Akino and I can heal you is with a magic spell that requires skin contact. Clover, I guess that makes sense. Izuku, at least that's all that happened. Hang on, why did you say you're a devil? Akino, that's because she is one. Same as me. Izuku and Clover, pardon? Rias, all will be revealed later. I'll send someone to fetch you two later after you finish school. Clover, what do you mean fetch us? Rias, you'll see. Later after school. Izuku, who do you think is coming to get us? Clover, how should I know? Unknown character. Excuse me? They turned to see. Izuku, huh? Clover, us? Who are you? Unknown character. I'm Yudo Kiba. Rias Gremory sent me to pick you up. Izuku and Clover looked at each other before looking back to Kiba. Izuku, lead the way. Kiba then lead them over to UA. Clover, bro, this is UA. Izuku, why are we at UA? Kiba, you'll see. He lead them inside, and they walked around campus until eventually arriving in. Izuku, what is this place? Kiba, the Occult Research Club. Clover, ORC? So you're a member of the ORC? Kiba, yes. Come inside. They went inside and saw. Clover, who's that? Kiba, Kaneko Tuju. She's joining UA next year. Izuku, wait, what's that sound? He was hearing a strange sound. Clover, it sounds like a shower. But inside a club? Izuku, I don't want to know. Clover, same. Rias then came over. Rias, sorry to keep you two waiting. I know it's terribly rude, but I didn't have a chance to wash after leaving your place. Izuku, eep. He hid behind Clover. Kaneko, what's with him? Clover, he gets nervous around girls. That's all. Kaneko, wimp. Izuku sulked. Clover, maybe you should shut your mouth. Kaneko, what was that? Clover, you heard me. Akino, all right, you two. Let's not fight. Clover and Kaneko, fine. Rias, well, now that you've arrived, I think everyone is here. We'd like to officially welcome you both to Into the Occult Research Club. Izuku, huh? Clover, when did we agree to join? Rias giggles a bit. Rias, you should know the name of the club is just a front. It's supposed to look like this is some sort of hobby. Izuku, a front? A front for what? Rias, let me be frank with you two. I'm not the only devil here. Clover, wait a second. You all are. Rias, devils? Yes. And the winged man from yesterday was something else. A fallen angel. Izuku and Clover. A fallen angel? Rias, some think we're the same, which isn't true. They want to serve God. But it's too late for them. Their dark emotions have forced them into the underworld. The confusion is understandable because they too walk the earth misguiding humans. But they wish to please God, so their goal is to wipe us devils out and gain supremacy over our realm. You call it hell. And of course, there are the more recognizable angels who are clearly sent down by God to defeat us as well. So we're constantly defending ourselves from both sides. Izuku, fascinating. Clover, you writing this down too? Izuku, yep. They were both writing in their notebooks. Kaneko, where did you get those notebooks from? Izuku, we always keep a spare one on us. They all sweat dropped. Kaneko, that is not a clear answer. Rias, do you remember Yuma Amano? Izuku and Clover's eyes widened. Rias, I thought so. It wasn't a dream, you two. Izuku, does that mean? Clover, we should have known. She's a fallen angel, too. Rias, Yuma also erased all memories and records of herself, as we of the supernatural are able to do. If it weren't for the fact that your mother is a heavy sleeper, I would have done that to her. Izuku, probably for the best. I just have one question. Why did she want to kill me? Clover, it's not just that. After she killed you, she was planning on going for me the next day. But I saw what happened, and she had to kill me immediately. The real question is, why did she want to kill us? Rias, because of something within the two of you that was very dangerous. Izuku, that explains why she was saying something about a sacred thing. Rias, yes. You both have a sacred gear. Akino, it's basically a very intense and unique power that's found in a rare few. A good majority are far more powerful than any quirk. In fact, the only people I know who have possessed it are historical figures, so you both are kind of big deals around here. Rias, the thing is, this power can be so uncontrollable that some people who have it become a threat to those in the underworld. Izuku, you sure this isn't some kind of mistake? Rias, a fallen angel found you and your brother threatening enough to try to kill you both. It's no mistake. Izuku, I guess. But how are we still alive? Clover, yeah, I want to know that too. Rias held up a pamphlet. Rias, recognize this? Clover, no? Izuku, wait, yeah. Rias, just before your lives ended, your brother summoned me with his thoughts through this flyer. And so, that day, the both of you were revived and reborn as an honored member of the house of Rias Gremory, daughter of the great and powerful devil, the Marquis of Gremory. She brought out her devil wings. Rias, which means you both are now my devil servants. Izuku and Clover, pardon? The other ORC members revealed their devil wings, and then devil wings sprouted from Izuku and Clover's backs. Izuku, what the? Clover, HUH? Rias, we're glad to have you here. Welcome, Izuku and Clover. Izuku and Clover looked at each other. Izuku, we're Clover devils? Rias, the way this works is that we grant power to humans for a price we both agree on, and then seal with a pact. It used to be that people would draw magic circles to summon us. But that became too complicated. Nowadays, we make house calls and personal deliveries. Izuku, that makes sense. Rias, ordinarily, we'd have a messenger demon make the run. But as new servants, I think it'll benefit you both to learn what all goes into this job. Rias, if you do well, you may get to have a few servants of your own to help in any way you like. Izuku, why did you say it like that? Clover, not sure we want an answer to that, bro. After that, they were sent to pass out flyers everywhere. Izuku, I wonder what All Might will think when he finds out the truth. Clover, I'm sure he'll understand. We were on death's door after all. That's when the sky turned purple. Izuku, bro. Clover, I got a bad feeling about this. Unknown character, what a surprise. They turned around to see. Clover, on nuts. Unknown character, I'm quite certain you're the ones I was sent to find. My name is Kara Warner, and I have come to destroy you both. This is truly unusual. Izuku, great. As if 2 fallen angels wasn't bad enough. Now a third one has come. Kara Warner, why are you both still alive? She was supposed to have taken care of this already. She threw 2 light spears at them, and they dodged the attack. They also showed the Gremory family crest from their hand, and Kara Warner saw it. Kara Warner, is that the Gremory family crest? So you're the ones Donasek mistook for strays. My, isn't that interesting? The fact that you're members of the Gremory household just makes it all the more important that you both are destroyed. Izuku, remember what Rias said about how to activate a gear. Flashback. Izuku, hey Rias, how do I use a sacred gear? Rias, think of the part of you that you feel is strongest. You just have to focus. End of flashback. Izuku, I know what to do. He shot his hand forward and a blast of wind appeared before a green orb appeared lodged in his hand as a gauntlet appeared around it and sent a blast of green energy. Clover, WH. That is awesome. Kara Warner, is that the sacred gear? I've got better things to do. I'm going to let someone else deal with this. She flew off. Clover, so this is your sacred gear? Unknown character. Indeed it is. They turned around to see All Might. Izuku, oh no. All Might. I can explain. You see. All Might. Calm down, Izuku. It's all right. I know you boys were reincarnated. However, I don't believe devils to all be pure evil. No matter what you are, you boys are still the same ones I met. Izuku and Clover took a sigh of relief. All Might. Unfortunately, I'm going to need to adjust your training schedule. Everything's been thrown off track now that you've reincarnated. Izuku, I wonder how I turn off this thing. All Might. No worries, Izuku. It's all about deciding whether you want to turn it on or off. Izuku then thought about turning it off, and his gauntlet disappeared. Izuku, wow. All Might. I suggest you boys stick together at all times. They know that you are still alive and reborn as devils. Things are going to become very complicated. You two must fight together, along with the Gremory peerage. Clover, how did you? All Might laughed a bit. All Might. I'm old friends with Rias Gremory's elder brother, Surzex. He told me everything. Now, we better get you boys home. Izuku, sounds good. After that, the boys went home. The next day, Izuku, what do you think this gear does, Clover? Clover, no idea. But it's got to be something cool. Izuku, maybe it. Unknown character, wah. Izuku, what was that? Clover, let's check it out. They rushed over to see that someone has fallen down. Izuku, hey, are you okay? He rushed over to the person and held out his hand. The person took it, and he helped them up. He then saw her face and blushed. Unknown character, thank you for helping me. Izuku, what's your name? Unknown character, oh, I'm. That's when the wind blew and sent her nun cape flying. Izuku, oh crud. I got it. He dove and caught the nun cape before face planting into the ground. Clover, you okay? Izuku, muffled, yeah. I'm fine. He got up and handed the cape back to the girl. Izuku, here you go. She smiled brightly. Unknown character, thank you. Izuku blushed brightly. Izuku, yeah? No problem. Unknown character, are you all right? Clover, he's fine. He just gets nervous a lot. Unknown character, I see. Hey, I'm a little bit lost. Do you think you could help me out? Izuku, sure. Clover, why not? And so, they decided to help the girl out. Clover, so, are you a tourist or something? Unknown character, oh no, not at all. As a matter of fact, I was just assigned to serve the church in this town. Izuku, so you're a nun? Unknown character, yes. Clover, in hindsight, we should have guessed. Izuku, you know I'm not that great with girls. Clover, of course I know. Unknown character, I'm so glad I ran into people kind like you too. I guess someone is looking out for me, huh? Clover, you could say that. Then, they heard crying. Izuku, someone's hurt. Clover, we should go check it out. Unknown character, right. She rushed over to the crying. Izuku, hey, wait up. They ran over to where the girl was headed and found a boy crying and had a scraped knee. Izuku, he's hurt. Clover, get the first aid kit. Clover, damn it. I knew I forgot something. Of all the days. Izuku, you forgot it. Unknown character, don't worry. I can handle it. Then, a green glow appeared on her hands as rings came on her middle fingers out of nowhere and slowly healed the boy. Izuku and Clover, well, they then felt a pain in their hand for some reason. Izuku, whispers Clover, what was that pain? Clover, whispers I don't know. Unknown character, there's no reason for you to cry, now. She turned to them. Unknown character, all done now. Sorry. Izuku, it's okay. They continued walking. Izuku, what you just did back there. Was that a quirk? Unknown character, no. It's a miracle gift from God. Izuku and Clover, it must be a sacred gear. Unknown character, hey, there it is. Clover, yep, that's the one. Strange though, I thought it was abandoned. Izuku, I did too. They then got a terrifying feeling from the church for some reason. Unknown character, let me thank you properly. Would it be a problem for you to come inside with me? Izuku, sorry. We actually have training to do. Unknown character, training? Clover, yeah. The two of us are going to UA High. We're becoming heroes. Unknown character, I see. I should go. It was sweet of you two to help me find my way. My name's Asia Argento. Izuku, I am Izuku Mi Midoriya. Clover, and I'm his twin brother, Clover. Asia, Izuku and Clover. I hope we see each other again. Izuku, yeah? Clover, hope so. Asia, if you're ever bored or in the neighborhood, come by and visit me at the church. That's where I'll be. Izuku, I'm sure. Goodbye. Clover, see you around. With that they left. Later. Rias, you must never go near the church again, you two. Izuku, wait, why? Rias, for devils like us, the church is enemy territory. Simply setting foot inside would create major problems for both angels and devils. Surely you could sense that something was telling you to be careful. Clover, now that you mention it, yeah. Rias, that was your devil instincts telling you that danger was near. Being in close proximity to someone from the church is a very risky proposition. Also, what's even more dangerous is that some of the exorcists affiliated the church with sacred gears. They could really hurt you. Just know that if a devil receives a devil purge, it's utterly annihilated. They can feel nothing. They're gone. Forever. You won't be able to come back from that. Understand? The twins looked down. Izuku and Clover. Yeah. Rias, sorry. I've gotten too worked up. I want you both to be more careful. That's all. Izuku, we understand. Later. Izuku, I wonder what your sacred gear is, Clover. Akino then appeared out of nowhere. Akino, I'd like to know as well. Izuku and Clover, what? Akino giggles. Akino, my. Did I scare you boys? Izuku, yeah? Clover, not cool. Rias then came in. Rias, you're still here. I thought you had gone home for the day. Akino, we just received a message from the Archduke. Rias, the Archduke? Akino, it was urgent. A stray devil has been causing trouble nearby. Izuku, wait, what's a stray devil? Clover, now that I think about it, that Donasek guy called us stray devils before he nearly killed us. But we still don't know what they are. Rias, I'll explain later. Later at an abandoned house. Kiba, stray devils start out as devil servants. Izuku like us? Kiba, not exactly. Once in a while, a servant rebels and kills their master to gain freedom. Then they become strays. Akino, according to the reports, this stray has been tricking people into that abandoned house and eating them. Clover, suddenly, I'm glad I didn't have dinner yet. Rias, tonight's job shouldn't be too hard. Just find the beast and kill it. Izuku, wait. We have to kill them. Clover, isn't there another way? Rias sighed. Rias, that's right. You two want to become heroes. I'm sorry to have to tell you boys this, but there isn't any other way. She put her hands on their shoulders. Rias, I understand your worries. You want to become heroes, not murderers. Unfortunately, this is considered a mercy to them. Their minds aren't completely there. But don't worry. You do not have to deal the killing blow. But you have to know, even heroes kill people. Normally, they don't. But when they have no other option, they have no choice but to kill the villain. I'm sorry. Izuku, it's all right. Clover, we understand. Kiba, that's good, because these monsters are pure evil. They don't care about anything but their own selfish desires. And that always ends in ugliness. They walk into the house. Izuku, that's a bit harsh, don't you think? Rias, Izuku, Clover. Izuku and Clover, yeah? Rias, are you too familiar with the game of chess? Izuku and Clover, yeah? Izuku, we often played against each other to pass the time. Clover, we're pretty good at it. We tried using it as a bargaining chip for whenever Izuku gets bullied, and they have to beat one of us in chess before they get a shot. But that idea completely flopped, and they tried to bully him directly. Kaneko, why him specifically? Izuku, because I'm quirkless. No one said anything until Rias, Akino, Kiba, and Kaneko. And Izuku, what do you mean, and Rias, is there more to why you were bullied? Izuku, no. Rias, excuse me? So they bullied you over something out of your control? Clover, yeah, that's what happened. Kaneko, idiots. Kiba, that's just wrong. Akino, I can't believe they would do something so horrible. Clover, trust me, that's pretty tame compared to some of the things our ex-best friend said. Rias, what did he say? Izuku, you don't want to know. Rias stayed silent for a few seconds before sighing. Rias, if it makes you feel uncomfortable, then I understand. But you shouldn't keep it bottled up. We're all here to help each other. Izuku, thanks. Clover, I have a question. Why were we talking about chess a little while ago? Rias, right. I almost forgot. As the master, I'm the king. My empress is the queen. My cavalier, the knight. My tank, the rook. My clergyman, the bishop. And my foot soldier, the pawn. Devils with titles of nobility grant the characteristics of these pierces to each one of their servants. Clover, sounds pretty cool. Rias, we have a special name for them. We call them our evil pieces. Izuku and Clover, evil? Rias, don't worry. There's nothing evil about them. Clover, then why are they called evil pieces? Rias, not exactly sure. Anyways, I want you two to watch and learn. Pay close attention to my devils as they do battle here tonight. Kaneko, it's here. Izuku gulped, and Clover drew his gun. Unknown character. Now what could that foul, fecal smell be? And something smells quite delicious as well. I wonder if it tastes sweet or bitter. The stray devil revealed herself, and she wasn't wearing any clothes. Izuku, why isn't she wearing anything? Clover, does modesty not exist in the underworld? Rias, Visser, you wretch. You betrayed your master and ran away to fulfill the lustful wants and desires that have consumed you. Your sins are worthy of 1,000 hells. In the name of the great Marquis of Gremory, be gone or meet your death. Visser, oh, just give it a rest, you little slut. You always had it in for me. Clover, this is not what I expected. Izuku, why think? This is a nightmare. Then, they saw her lower body. It was that of a monster. Izuku, what the? Clover, nope. Kiba, still think I was being too harsh? Then, they saw magic circles over her chest and fired lasers. Clover, take cover. They ran for cover as the lasers hit the wall and dissolved part of it. Izuku, today just keeps getting worse and worse. Rias, Kiba. Kiba grabbed his sword and disappeared. Clover, well, did he just disappear? Izuku, no. It's not that. He's just moving faster than the eye can see. Rias, correct. In this game, he's my knight. His attribute is speed, and his ultimate attack weapon is his sword. He appeared in front of Visser and cut off 2 of her limbs. Kaneko walked forward, and Visser's lower body opened up to reveal a jaw. Izuku then reacted without thinking and tackled her to get her out of the way. Izuku, are you okay? He got up and helped Kaneko up. Kaneko, there was no need for you to do that. Izuku, huh? Why not? Kaneko walked forward and punched the lower jaw hard enough to break all of the teeth. Izuku, WH. So cool. Clover, let me guess. Her attribute is strength. Rias, correct. She's my rook. Kaneko, get back to your brother. Izuku, right. Sorry for interfering. He ran back to Clover and Rias. Rias, Akino? Akino. Oh, is it my turn? How exciting. I so love this game. Izuku then noticed that one of the chopped-off limbs came to life and was about to hurt Rias. Izuku, watch out. He summoned his sacred gear and punched the limb away. Izuku, you okay? Rias, yeah? Thanks for that, Izuku. Izuku, no? My body just acted on its own again. Rias, Akino. Finish her off, please. Akino, I've got news for you. You're not the only one who likes to play rough here. So, let's you and I have some fun. Her hands started sparking with lightning. Rias, Akino is my queen. Her attributes are a perfect combo of all the other pieces. She's simply unbeatable. Akino, tough girl. Not ready to give up yet. Goody. I get to play some more. She zapped Visser with lightning. Lots of lightning. Rias, her weapon is a dark, magical power. And that's not all. Akino, this violence, it's making me so hot. She licked her lips. Rias, she's really into S&M. She continued zapping Visser. Izuku, wait, you're telling us she's both a sutty and a maso? Clover, so basically, she gets turned on by pain. Rias, yeah, pretty much. Izuku, I need to stay away from her. Clover, yeah. Rias, Akino, I think she's had enough. Akino stopped zapping Visser and she fell to the ground. Akino, over already? I was just starting to enjoy myself. That sent a shiver down Izuku and Clover's spines. Izuku and Clover, creepy. Rias walked over to Visser. Rias, any last words before we finish this? Visser, go to hell. Rias, alright. How about we get it over with then? She summoned a magical circle and then. Visser was completely disintegrated. Rias, we're done here. Come on. Let's go home. Izuku, I have a question. Rias, what is it? Izuku, what are me and Clover? Rias, you're both pawns. Author's note. The reason why they are both pawns is because in this AU, the chess pieces are twice as powerful. So in this AU, 4 pawn pieces are as strong as the canonical 8 pawn pieces. Just wanted to let you know so you don't get confused. Clover, we're pawns? Izuku, well, pawns do have their uses. Clover, good point. After that, they all left. The next night, Rias, Kaneko's overloaded with summon requests this evening. Can I ask you to handle one of them for her, Izuku? Izuku, sure. Rias, good. I appreciate it. Izuku then ran over to where he was meeting a client. He could have teleported there, but due to having to have his training schedule adjusted, he was told to run to his clients instead to keep up his training. When Rias asked about it, he simply said that it was for his training for UA. Izuku made it to the house and rang the doorbell. However, no one answered. Izuku waited a bit and put his hand on the door and it opened. Izuku, it's unlocked? Hello? I'm the devil sent here by Lady Gremory. Is anyone here? He stepped inside and suddenly felt a wave of fear wash over him. Izuku, oh no. That's not a good sign. Hello? Anyone? No answer. Izuku sighed and walked inside. Eventually he stepped in something. Izuku, why is the floor? He looks down. Izuku, wet? There wasn't water on the floor. It was vital fluid. He looked in the direction of where it was to see a crucified dead body. Izuku, what the? Unknown character. Punish the wicked. Words to live by. He looked over to see. Unknown character. Wise advice to heed from a holy man. Izuku got on guard. Izuku, who are you? He got up from the couch he was sitting on. Unknown character. Well, you just walked into the wrong house, my friend. Freed sells in here, at your service. And you must be the scared little cat who's devil, but this holy priest is gonna exorcise. Izuku, you're a priest? Freed, yep. I work for a certain devil purging organization you may have heard of. Izuku, so you did this to that man? Woman? Why did you peel their skin off? Freed, summoning you was proof that he's done being human. End of the line, sinner. So I had to chop him up into little itty-bitty pieces. Putting down degenerate devils and the lost souls that would cry out to them is my job. And no one is better at it than me. He brought out a light, sword, and a gun. Izuku gulped. Izuku, a sword of light. Freed. First, I'm gonna cut out your evil heart with my heavenly blade of light. Then with my righteous gun, I'm gonna blow a hole in your wicked demon face. How does that sound, devil? He rushed at Izuku and tried to slice him, but Izuku dodged him. Freed then shot his gun, but Izuku dodged it. Izuku, his bullets aren't as fast as Clover's. Izuku then summoned his sacred gear. Freed. Oh, is the devil angry? Maybe it's time for Freed Cells in to send you back to the abyss from whence you came. Izuku got in a fighting stance and got ready for him to attack, but then they heard a scream. From Asia. Freed, what the hell? Asia, what are you doing here? Are you done creating the barrier already? Asia had a horrified look on her face. Asia, don't do this. Freed, right, a newbie. Well then, I guess it's time you learned. This is what the job is, my dear. We dispose of unfortunate people who have been bewitched by the evil devils. Asia gasped in surprise. Asia, no? It can't be. Izuku said nothing. Freed, what's going on? Do you two know each other? Asia, Izuku, why are you here? Izuku, because I'm a devil. Asia? Asia, no, that can't be true. Izuku, sorry, Asia. I didn't want to lie to you. Honest. So I decided to avoid you. I'm very sorry. Freed, not that this isn't heartwarming, but you and your friend have no business being together. The fallen angels have expressly forbidden all forms of contact between our kind and theirs. Have you forgotten that already? Izuku, fallen angels? Freed. Now then, shall we go ahead and do what we came here to do? Not that it matters much, but I hope you said your prayers. Izuku got ready to fight again, but Asia got in the way. Izuku, Asia? Freed, you've got to be kidding me with this. Asia was starting to cry. Asia, please don't. I beg you for mercy. Forgive this man of his sins. Father, couldn't we just let him go? Freed, that thing isn't a man. It's a devil. You made a pledge to defeat our enemies. Asia, it doesn't matter to me what he is. There's goodness in him. I know it. You can't just kill him. How can you actually believe the father would approve? Freed got angry. Freed, enough of this nonsense. He swung his sword at Asia, but Izuku blocked it with his gauntlet. Izuku, don't. You dare. Freed jumped back a bit. Freed, well, think you can take me down? Then come over here and show me what you got. Asia, Izuku, don't. Freed, of course, you should know that you're putting your life on the line for one stupid girl. Izuku, don't you know? Freed, huh? Izuku, pros are always risking their lives. That's the true test of a hero. He rushed at Freed and punched him in the face, making him fall down onto the floor. Freed, I have to admit, that was impressive. What I say we go for a new world record, devil trash. Let's see how many pieces of meat I can chop you into. He jumped at Izuku, and they were about to clash when a red magic circle appeared in between them, and Kiba came out and clashed with Freed. Izuku, Kiba, hey Izuku, thought you could use a hand. Akino then came. Akino, oh this is gross. Talk about a nasty mess. Kaneko then came. Kaneko, an exorcist. Then Clover came. Clover, more like a deranged lunatic. Izuku, I'm glad you're all here. Freed, hell yeah. Now we've got ourselves a good old-fashioned gang BNG. Kiba, you're done here. Sorry to disappoint you, but he's one of us. Freed, oh, I'm far from disappointed, trust me. So what's the deal? You're the pitcher and he's the catcher? Izuku, we're not playing baseball. Kaneko, that's not what he meant. Izuku, it's not? Clover, I dunno. Kiba, for a priest, that's quite a mouth you've got there. Freed, what are you, the impiety police? Get off your high horse, douchebag. Hunting your kind is my only concern. So stop preaching, and let's get to it. Akino, my, this guy certainly is a piece of work. Freed, and you, my dear, are a hot piece of trash. Oh, those eyes are killing me. There's nothing I love after more than a hot devil beach. Rias then came. Rias, if you want it, come and get some. She shot some of her magic at Freed, and he narrowly avoided it. Rias, but I really don't think you could handle it. Nobody hurts my servants. Izuku, Rias. Freed, well, look who finally showed her rack. Don't get ahead of yourself, though, 'cause I was just about to hurt him. Still kinda impressed that he dodged my bullet. Clover, he's got experience. Clover drew his gun. Clover, with facing people with guns. Rias turned to Izuku. Rias, I'm sorry, Izuku. I put you in danger. I sent you into the hands of an exorcist, and I had no idea. There was a barrier in place here until a moment ago, so we didn't even realize. Freed got angry again and started shouting at Asia. Freed, you were supposed to make the barrier. Rias, I never forgive people who try to do harm to one of my servants. Nor do I forgive those who pick on the weak. And I especially don't tolerate insidious wretches like you. Your terrible evil has no place in this world. That's why I'm here, to purge it. Freed backed up a bit as she glowed a crimson light. Freed, well, Big Red over there could be a problem. I may need some backup. Kaneko sniffed the air. Kaneko, fallen angels are here. Freed laughed. Freed, just in the nick of time, too. Hope you're hungry, 'cause light spears are on the menu. Akino, so what's the plan? Rias, right now, we just need to get out of here. Akino, prepare to jump. Akino, right. Akino summoned a magic circle. Rias, Kaneko, make sure we have Izuku. Izuku, wait. What about Asia? Clover, Izuku's right. We can't just leave her here. Rias, I'm afraid only members of my household can jump with this magic circle. Sorry, but it wouldn't work. Izuku, we can't leave her behind. Clover, we have to. Kaneko got behind them and chopped their necks to knock them out. Kaneko, sorry you too, but I can tell you won't take no for an answer. She carried them over to the magic circle and they teleported away. Izuku and Clover were currently in the park. Izuku, I feel so useless. I couldn't help Asia. Clover, you did everything you could. Izuku, I get that, but it wasn't enough. I need to get stronger, so I can save everyone. I have to complete my training quickly. Clover, that's a better mindset. So what are you going to do? Izuku, I'm going to train harder. Clover, I can't hear you. Izuku, I'm going to train harder. Clover, little louder. Izuku, I'm going to train harder. Clover, there's the brother I know. Izuku, right. Then, Asia, Izuku, Clover, is that you? They turned around to see Asia. Izuku and Clover, Asia, they went. Over to Asia. Izuku, Asia, are you okay? Asia, yes, I'm fine. Thanks to you. I've been given a little time off. Clover, then, how about we hang out? Asia, that sounds great. Later at a restaurant. Izuku, trust me. This is how you eat a hamburger. Asia, well, if that's the way you're supposed to do it. She takes a bite out of the burger. Asia, oh my, it's so yummy. Clover, see? After they ate, the three of them continued to have fun throughout the day. They went to the arcade to play games. Asia, oh wow, a claw machine had caught her eye. It was filled with Pokemon plushies. Asia, they're all so cute. Izuku, you like Pokemon? Asia nodded. Izuku, let's see if I can win you one. He tried his luck with the claw machine and managed to win Asia. Asia, thank you. They continued to have fun. Asia, I can't remember the last time I had this much fun. Clover, that's good. Izuku, I had a pretty great time too. What about you, Clover? Clover, yeah? Hey Asia, I have a question. Why were you in leagues with the fallen angels? Asia, Izuku, Clover. Clover, hey, I didn't know it was a sore subject. Asia, it's fine. I'll tell you. You see, when I was a child, I was abandoned by my real parents. They left me in front of a church in a small town in Europe. I was told when they found me, I wouldn't stop crying. The sweet nuns there brought me up. One day, when I was about 8, a sad little puppy who was hurt real bad found its way into the church where I lived. I prayed as hard as I could that God would spare him. And when I did, a miracle happened. Because of my power, I was immediately taken to a larger church. Men and women from all over the world would visit when they were injured or sick, and I was told to heal all of them. The idea that I possessed this thing that could actually help other people made me so happy. I finally felt like I had a purpose. But then one day I came across someone who had fallen and was in bad shape. I was able to heal him, but he wasn't a man. They said anyone who had my kind of power was a heretic, so I had no choice but to run away. Clover, ouch. Sorry for bringing up bad memories. Izuku, so after you took off, is that when you decided to join the fallen angels? Asia, yes, but I'll never forget who I am. I say my prayers and try my best to live a good life. They're awful. They do such horrible, evil things, and all in the name of God. This suffering has to be a test of my faith. But if I can overcome these trials someday, I know my hopes and dreams will come true. That's what I believe anyway. Izuku, what are your dreams? Asia, to make lots of lifelong friends. To get to know them well and do cool things. To be able to have fun together and care for each other. It's kinda silly. Honestly, I'd be happy to have any friends. Izuku, but you do have friends. You have me and Clover. Clover, he's right, Asia. We're your friends. Even if Izuku and I are devils, we're your friends. Izuku, we care about you, Asia. That's the kind of thing friends do. Asia, but I don't want to cause you any trouble. Clover, we deal with trouble all the time. It couldn't possibly be worse than being friends with you. Izuku, we're all friends. That's that. Asia, really? All right. Thank you, Izuku. Thank you, Clover. But then, Rainier, isn't that sweet? They look to see Rainier. Izuku, Rainier. Asia, Lady Rainier. Clover, that dirty brother killer. Rainier, so the rumors about your downward spiral into the wickedness of Devildom are true. And I had such high hopes. Don't even try to run, Asia. Asia, begone. I want no part of the evil you and the other angels are up to. Izuku, so you weren't on break? Asia shook her head. Asia, I'm sorry, but I couldn't stand to be around them anymore. Izuku, there's nothing to apologize for. Clover, what do you want from us, you dirty brother killer? Rainier, oh, don't worry, my business here has nothing to do with you or your brother. Though I guess we could finish what we started, couldn't we? Izuku and Clover's eyes widened. Rainier then drew a light spear. In response, Clover drew his gun. Rainier, I always hate to see someone die of aversion. Izuku, sacred gear. He summoned his gear. But Rainier laughed. Clover, what are you laughing about? Rainier, is that really all you've got? It's nothing but a twice critical. Izuku, twice critical? Rainier, it's also called a dragon's hand. That thing only temporarily double your power. You might as well be fighting me with sticks and stones. Word upstairs is that you and your brother are devils to watch out for. They said your sacred gears were forces to be reckoned with. That's why I put on that dumb little girl act. You sure bought it, though. Hook, line, and sinker. Clover, shut up, you dirty brother killer. Izuku, we'll take you on. Rainier, you're idiots if you think you can take me on with a twice critical and a gun. Give me the girl, take what's left of your dignity, and go. Izuku, no way. Clover, I still have to get my revenge for what you did. Asia, please be careful. Izuku, if I can't protect the girl with me right now, then how can I ever call myself a hero? Clover, let's do this, bro. Izuku, right. All right, time to double my power. The orb on his gauntlet flashed green as a single word was shouted. Boost. He started to feel the power. Izuku, here we. Unfortunately, he got stabbed with a light spear. Izuku coughed vital fluid and fell down. Izuku, that was anticlimactic. Clover, bro. Asia, Izuku, you're hurt. Rainier, looks like your equipment can't get the job done. If I were you, I'd get used to that. Izuku grit his teeth. Luckily, Asia started to heal Izuku. Izuku, Asia, Rainier, now, Asia, be a good little girl and come with me. Your healing power is far more rare and infinitely more valuable to our kind than Izuku's sacred gears could ever be. She then dodged a bullet shot by Clover. Clover, so you just want her power. He dodged a light spear that Rainier threw, but she threw another one that stabbed his leg. Clover, GH. Asia, Clover. Rainier, how about you and I make a deal? If you agree to come with me, then I won't murder your friends. Izuku forced himself up. Izuku, not happening. Then, Rainier tried to hit him from above. Izuku pushed Asia out of the way as Rainier thrusted her spear into the ground and created a massive shockwave that sent Izuku and Clover flying until they landed in a fountain. Asia, Izuku, Clover. Izuku and Clover tried to get up, but fell back down. Izuku, damn it. Rainier got behind Asia. Rainier, I spared them on purpose. If I had wanted to, I could have delivered a fatal blow to both of them. Your friends would have shattered into a million pieces. Asia looked down. Asia, all right. I'll go with you. Izuku and oh. Rainier, good girl. No need to fret. After the big ritual tonight, all your worries and troubles will be gone forever. I'll see you boys soon. Izuku and oh. Clover, don't you dare. Asia, goodbye, my friends. I'll miss you. Asia and Rainier disappeared in a flash. Izuku fell to his knees. Clover, Izuku. Izuku, damn it. I couldn't save her. Clover, bro. Later at the ORC. Rias, let me try one more time. If I say don't, you don't. You both have to forget about Asia. You're members of the Gremory family now. Izuku, then why don't you just release us? We can't just let her go. Rias, sorry. I can't do that. Izuku, but... Rias, there's something I forgot to tell you too. You already know your pawns, but I didn't tell you the attribute. In this chess game, if a pawn advances deep enough into the enemy's territory, it can be promoted to any other piece besides the king. Clover. So eventually, we can have all the same powers as everyone else? Rias. Yes, but only if the master declares the place enemy territory. Say, for example, the Fallen One's church. Now, let's talk about your sacred gears. Izuku, okay. Well, we still have no idea what Clover's is. As for me, my gear doubles my power, right? It's not much, but... Rias. Any sacred gear works in direct correlation to the current feelings of its owner. Or, to put it another way, the stronger those feelings are, the more powerful your gears will be. Izuku, wow. Then, Akino came to Rias and whispered something to her. Rias, something has come up. Akino and I have to step out for a moment. Izuku. Clover. Remember, even if you're promoted, no matter their rank, a single devil cannot stand up to a fallen one. A magic circle appeared under her and Akino's feet, and they disappeared. Clover. Then it's a good thing we brothers stick together. Izuku. Let's go. Kiba, you're both going now? Izuku, yeah? Kiba, you're gonna get killed. Izuku. As long as we get her out of there, that's fine. Kiba, brave. But that's also very reckless. This is practically suicide. Clover, listen you. He saw that Kiba got his sword. Kiba, I'm coming with you too. Izuku, you are? Kiba, yeah? I can tell you guys are smart. You must have caught on to Rias's hint about the church. Clover, well, yeah. Izuku, it was pretty obvious. Kiba, yes, but she also said you wouldn't be able to do it on your own. Yes, you two are a team, but when going up against an entire church, you're going to need more help. So, Kaneko and I are going to back you up. No way in hell are we letting you two go in there without us, so don't try talking us out of it. Izuku, are you sure about this? Kiba, definitely. Clover, even you, Kaneko? Kaneko, you two aren't the only ones trying out for the hero course. Izuku, you're taking the hero course? Kaneko, yes. Clover, why? Kaneko, I have my reasons. They decided not to pry. Later, Izuku, Clover, Kaneko, and Yuto were in front of the church. Izuku, you guys feel that too, right? Kiba, yep. There must be a ton of priests inside there. Clover, honestly, I'm glad you guys are here. Izuku, same. Kiba, well, hey, we're all friends here, right? Izuku, we are? Kiba, HM? Izuku, sorry. I'm not used to making friends. Kiba, no worries. Besides, he dropped his smile. Kiba, fallen angels aren't exactly my favorite things in the world. Truth be told, I hate them. Izuku, okay. Kaneko, I'm also doing this because I feel like I owe you an apology for calling you a wimp. Sorry. Izuku, it's okay. Kaneko then walked up to the door. Clover, oh, what are you doing? Kaneko, no need to be sneaky. They already know we're here. She kicked the door, and it burst open. Izuku, nice kick. Kaneko, thanks. I work out. She flexed her left arm. After that, they walked inside. Then they encountered Freed again. Freed, so we meet again. Glad you could make it. I bet I'm a sight for sore eyes, huh? Clover, great. It's this idiot again. Freed, here's the thing. I pride myself on the fact that I never have to battle any devil more than once. And yet, here you are, just rubbing it in. If there's one thing I won't abide, it's being mocked by maggot devils in the house of God. So what I say? He drew his sword and gun. Freed, let's finish this. The thought of tearing away your flesh and eating it piece by piece makes my mouth water. He licked his gun. Clover, you are just disgusting. Izuku, where is Asia? Tell me. Freed, oh right. You mean that dirty devil-loving whore of a sister. All you have to do is go down to the basement. She's right beneath the altar we're currently standing on. Clover, downstairs? Freed, right. But first you have to go through me. Izuku, sacred gear. He brought out his gear. Kaneko then threw a large chunk of wood at Freed, but he chopped it in half with his sword. Freed, you're pretty strong for a runt, aren't you? Kaneko glared at him. Izuku, wait. Didn't Mom warn us about something like that? What was it again? Clover, I think it was to never insult a woman's figure. Kaneko, wise woman. Izuku and Clover, you have no idea. Freed sent a bunch of bullets at everyone, but Clover shot them all down with his bullets. Clover, he sucks at aiming. Izuku, right? Kiba then started clashing with Freed as Kiba dodged bullets and sword swipes. Kiba, you're quick. Freed, well, you're not so bad yourself. Of course, that only makes me want to kill you even more. He drew his gun at Kiba, but Clover shot his hand with a bullet and made him drop his gun. Clover, bullseye. Kiba then jumped back. Kiba, guess we ought to take things seriously. Kiba's sword turned pitch black and clashed with Freed's sword again. But the light sword was starting to flicker. Freed, what the hell is this? Kiba, the holy eraser. It's a sword of darkness that devours light. Freed, please. You think I'm afraid of you? Izuku, is that a quirk or a sacred gear? Kaneko, it's a sacred gear. Kiba, Izuku. Izuku, right. Boost. Freed pointed his gun at Izuku. Izuku, promotion, rook. Freed fired a bunch of bullets at Izuku, but they seemed to have no effect. Izuku kept running towards Freed. Izuku, the rook is known for its incredible strength and defensive capabilities. He got right in front of Freed. Freed, yep, I'm screwed. Izuku, smash. No, he doesn't have one for all yet. Izuku punched Freed in the face and sent him flying. Freed, you monster. He jumped at Izuku. However, Kaneko threw a massive piece of wood at Freed, and it hit him in the face. Freed, ouchie. Freed got up. Freed, you won the fight, but not the war. He threw a flash grenade and made his escape. Izuku, he's gone. Clover, whatever. We have more important things to do. Kaneko broke a cabinet and found a staircase leading downwards. Izuku, let's go. They made their way downstairs and came across Rainair, a bunch of priests, and Asia, who was chained up. Izuku and Clover. Asia? Asia slowly opened her eyes. Asia, Izuku, Clover, you came. Izuku, we're on our way. He was about to start running, but Kiba held him back as a light spear nearly hit him and sent a powerful shockwave that blasted them back. Rainair, this really is an incredibly touching reunion. Unfortunately, the cross that Asia was chained to glowed green. Rainair, the ritual's over. Asia started screaming in pain. Izuku, Asia. Clover, what's she doing? Kiba, of course. They're after her sacred gear. Izuku, we know. Will she still be alright? Kaneko, no? The sacred gear was then removed, and Asia had a dead look in her eye. Rainair, twilight healing. At least, it's in my hands. Clover, is Asia. Izuku dying? Rainair, yes. I've been lusting after this power for years. Those miserable hearts are in the palm of my hand. Perfect. The sacred gear went inside of her. Rainair, I'll be beloved. I'll be the most powerful fallen angel there is. All those pricks who screwed me over are going to regret it. Izuku, monster. He rushed ahead. The priests tried to stop him, but he, along with Clover, Kaneko, and Kiba fought through them all. Eventually, Kiba started fighting off half, while Kaneko fought the other half. Clover, Kiba, Izuku, Kaneko. Izuku and Clover look at each other, nodded, and shot through to reach Asia. Rainier, you deserve a reward for making it this far. She snapped her fingers and released Asia from her chains. Izuku then caught her. Izuku, I got you. She wasn't waking up. Clover, Asia, wake up. Asia slowly opened her eyes. Asia, Izuku, Clover, you came. Izuku, we're getting you out of here. So stay close. Asia, K. Rainier, go ahead and take the girl. I got what I needed. Izuku, F it. You give back her sacred gear. Rainier, so tough. Sorry, but I had to betray my superiors to snag that little gem. She summoned a light spear. Rainier, unfortunately for you two, you're about to become my denouement. But the good news is, you all get to die together. Izuku, you're the same as the others. Rainier, oh? And what's that? Clover, you're nothing more than a bully. And even then, that's being nice. But no matter what, you are one thing to me. A dirty brother. Killer. Rainier laughed maniacally as she thrusted her light spear. But Izuku and Clover jumped away and dodged the attack. They fell down the stairs. Kiba, we'll hold them off. Kaneko, you two get Asia out of here. Kiba, hurry. Izuku, thank you. Let's go, Clover. Clover, right. They rushed up the stairs and set Asia down. Izuku, hang in there, Asia. We'll get you out of here. Just stay with us. Asia, I know it wasn't a very long time, but I'm so blessed to have made friends like you. Clover, stop talking like you're about to die. Please. They were both starting to cry. Asia, I'm sorry. I never wanted to make you cry. Goodbye. She then closed her eyes. Izuku, no. Clover, no. Izuku, why did it have to be her? She's a healer, for crying out loud. She could have helped so many people. What did she ever do to deserve this? Give her back. Clover, bro. Izuku, she just wanted to make friends. We were friends. She could have made many more. He fell to his knees. Izuku, I couldn't save her. I'm nothing but a Deku. Then, they heard the sound of Rainier laughing. Rainier, how hilarious. Izuku and Clover. Rainier looked at a cut on her arm. Rainier, ugh. How tacky. Some rabbit knight did this to me. Izuku and Clover. She then used Twilight Healing to heal herself. Rainier, wonderful, huh? No matter the injury, I heal instantly. A perfect gift for those of us who no longer have the benefit of divine protection, wouldn't you say? And now I'll never risk losing my rank in the underworld. Izuku, do you ever shut up? Rainier, what was that? Izuku, you heard me. This has nothing to do with Asia. She was never a threat, nor did she care about power. Rainier, unfortunately for those with the sacred gear, this is their destiny. Clover, nonsense. She never would have used it. All she wanted was to live in peace. Rainier, out of the question. Humans don't have the ability to survive in their world with the sacred gear. Even if they choose to use the power for good, they are seen as different and would be tortured out of fear. Have you ever heard anything more absurd? Izuku, yes. After all, I was bullied for having no power whatsoever. Rainier, so you know, that's just how humans operate. Such an unfortunate waste of power. As for you two, you'll never be able to save her. Not back then, and not now. Izuku and Clover, shut up. Rias, any sacred gear works in direct correlation to the current feelings of its owner. Izuku and Clover, we want our friend back. Rias, to put it another way, the stronger those feelings are. Izuku and Clover, we want Asia back. Izuku instinctively summoned his gear. Rias, the more powerful your sacred gears will be. Dragon boost. Rainier's eyes widened. Izuku let out a roar and tried to punch Rainier. But she dodged and then avoided a shot from Clover. Rainier, you boys don't pay attention, do you? There's nothing you can do to win. Even if you tripled the power you have. They both charged at Rainier, but she dodged them. Rainier, and you both are still trying to test me. She then impaled their legs with light spears. Izuku and Clover, GH. Rainier, light is toxic to devils. Just touching it scorches your bodies. It's said to be the most intense and worst pain a devil can endure. So what do you think? Is it true? Something stirred within Izuku and Clover. Izuku and Clover's love increased to 7. Izuku and Clover pulled out the light spears. Izuku and Clover, not even close. Rainier, I must say, I'm impressed. A couple lower-class devils making it this far? That power is something to be reckoned with. Izuku and Clover fell down. Rainier, Not that it'll do you any good, though. I just wanted to make sure you boys got your kudos for doing so much better than expected from devils of your class. Izuku, tell me Rainier. Clover, what do you think love is? Rainier, what are you babbling about? Everyone knows what love is. Izuku, not love. Love. It's an acronym. Rainier, an acronym. Clover, it stands for level of violence. A way of measuring someone's capacity to hurt. They got up, enraged. Izuku, and the more we get to know you. Clover, the higher our love becomes. Rainier, how are you two able to stand? That light should be burning you from the inside out. Izuku, you should know, Rainier. Clover, that as long as we have each other. Izuku and Clover, there's nothing that can stop us. Then, explosion. But that's not all. Something sprouted from Clover's back. It was Clover, WH. Rainier, that energy emitting from those gears are at least second level. That shouldn't be possible. They stepped forward, giving her a terrifying glare. Rainier threw a light spear at Izuku, but he simply batted it away. Rainier screamed in fear and tried to escape, but Clover rushed to her and grabbed her by the arm. Then, divide. All of a sudden, Rainier's strength was cut in half, while Clover felt even stronger. Rainier, no? I have the supreme power. Clover slammed her into the ground. Hard. With enough force to send her back up a bit, as both Izuku and Clover get ready to punch her. Izuku and Clover. This is for Asia. They punched her with all their might and sent her flying through the roof. Izuku. Actions have consequences. They then stumbled a bit, but Kiba caught them. Kiba, look at you guys. Handling that as a well-coordinated team. Clover, about time you got here. What kept you? Kiba, we were instructed to stay back. Rias's orders, sorry. Izuku, wait, what? Rias, that's right. I believed in the two of you. I knew that either one of you could beat her even on your own. But you're much stronger together. Izuku, wait, you knew we could beat her on our own? Rias, yes. Once my business was finished, I found my way to the basement and arrived just in time to see Kiba and Kaneko having a free-for-all with a bunch of fallen angels. Kiba, I don't know that we would have gotten out without you. Then, Kaneko came in, dragging Rainier by the leg. Kaneko, did someone order this? She let go of Rainier. Rias, you must be Rainier. Lovely entrance. Rainier looked up to see Rias. Rias, I am Rias Gremory, also known as the next head of the House of Gremory. Rainier Gremory. You gotta be kidding. Rias, it's wonderful to meet you. What a shame we don't have time to chat. But sadly, she held out her hand and dropped a couple of black feathers. Rias, it's time for you to join your friends I disposed of earlier. They were rather rude to me. Izuku, you killed them? Kiba, Rias's fuse is long, but when pushed, she lives up to her title as the crimson-haired princess of annihilation. Izuku, well? Clover, you know, that whole long fuse thing that you don't want to push reminds me a lot of you, bro. Izuku rubbed the back of his head. Rainier, why would the heiress of Gremory dare such a thing? Rias, well, since you ask, after Donasek attacked Izuku and Clover, I discovered multiple fallen angels had plans to attack this town. Normally, I would have stayed out of it, but they seemed insistent on targeting my team. Clover, so you did it to defend us? Rias then noticed their gears. Rias, look at you. I didn't see your sacred gears. Izuku looked at his gauntlet, while Clover looked at his new wings. Izuku, yeah? No idea what happened. Rias smirked. Rias, do you see this, Rainier? Izuku does not wield a twice critical sacred gear, so don't feel too bad. Rainier, what? Clover. So, if it's not a twice critical, then what is it? Rias. The one Izuku uses automatically doubles its owner's power every 10 seconds, allowing him to transcend both God and Satan at will. It's one of the 13 varieties of Longinus. The boosted gear. Rainier's eyes widened in fear. Rias. And that's not all. Clover's sacred gear is just as powerful. His sacred gear can have a person's strength and add that taken strength to his own every 10 seconds, also allowing him to transcend both God and Satan at will. Another one of the 13 varieties of Longinus. Divine dividing. Rainier, that means. Rias, yes. Izuku is the Red Dragon Emperor and Clover is the White Dragon Emperor. Rainier was now even more terrified. Rias. The only downfall is that they require a decent amount of time to start due to its immense power. The only reason you lost is because you underestimated how well these two work together. If only you'd learned that lesson earlier. Rainier gulped. Rias, and now? It's time for you two. Clover, stop. Rias, what? Kiba. Clover, you're not seriously thinking of letting her go, are you? Clover, how dumb do you think I am? I only told Rias to stop because he brought out his gun. Clover, this whole thing started when she killed my brother. And when I first faced her, I told her that I would kill her. His gun glowed yellow as he charged up a massive blast. Rainier, no please. Clover, it's time for you to die. Clover, you dirty brother killer. Rainier was barely able to let out a scream as she was vaporized. Satisfied, Clover put his gun away. Clover, and that will be my only kill. Everyone then saw Twilight healing float down. Rias caught it. Rias, these are beautiful. Shall we return them? Izuku, yeah? Please. They gave Asia her gear back, but the damage was already done. She was gone. Izuku, I'm sorry. You all came to help us. I fought as hard as I could, and still I failed. Clover, no? We failed. Asia, please forgive us. Rias, you both have nothing to apologize for. Even heroes aren't able to save everyone. Not even All Might himself. And I know how much you idolize him, Izuku. Clover, now is not the time for teasing. Rias, you're right. Size, this world is still new to the both of you. No one here is placing blame. And Asia is no different. Izuku, but still. Rias. Now, this may not make any sense, but I'd like to show you something. They looked to see Rias holding up a bishop chess piece. Rias, have you ever seen one of these before? Izuku, yeah? That's a bishop chess piece. Akino then came in. Akino, that's correct. Rias, the bishop's position of power is to protect and heal the other devils in the household. Perhaps the timing is perfect. We could use a good clergyman. Izuku, wait, are you saying? Rias, our good sister is about to be born again into the underworld. She walked up to Asia and placed the bishop piece on her chest. Rias, in the name of Rias Gremory, I call to Asia Argento. Hear my command. Return the soul from the shadows of death to the human realm. Rise once more as my devil servant. Rejoice, for you have been given new life. Wake as my healer and clergyman. The bishop was absorbed into her body. Izuku, so what now? Rias, give it a second. It didn't take long before Asia woke up. Izuku, Asia? She got up. Asia, huh? Izuku, Asia. He hugged Asia, which made her blush a bit. Clover, welcome back. Rias, I don't make a habit of reviving the deceased, but her power may be useful. From here on, the two of you are her protectors. You are the senior devils, after all. Izuku and Clover, right. We won't disappoint you, Rias. After that, they all left. The next day, Izuku came into the ORC. Izuku, hey Rias? Rias-o? Izuku? I wasn't expecting you here. How are you feeling? Izuku, great, actually. Asia's an incredible healer. Rias, fantastic. She's already proving how useful she can be. It's no wonder all those fallen angels were so threatened by her power. Izuku, hey Rias? I have a question. Rias, HM? What's your question? Izuku, so, me and Clover are pawns. And in chess, there are 8 pawn pieces. So, does that mean that you can have 6 other pawns? Rias, you and Clover are the only pawns I'll ever need, Izuku. You see, when a human becomes a devil, the number of evil pieces they consume varies. It just depends on what special abilities that person has to contribute. For you and your brother, the pieces I had remaining were 1 knight, 1 rook, 1 bishop, and 8 pawns. So that is what I had to choose from. After I knew I wanted to bring you and your twin back as my servants, I decided to use 4 pawns for each of you in order to save you both. It was a gamble, one that paid off well. Humans with that kind of potential are hard to find. So I considered the sacrifice to be well worth the risk. And it paid off well. Not only did I get the Red Dragon Emperor, but the White Dragon Emperor too. She held Izuku's chin as he blushed bright red. Rias, the crimson-haired princess of Ruin and the Red Dragon Emperor. I don't know if we could be more perfectly matched. Izuku, please stop teasing me. Rias, sorry. You make it very easy. She let go of him. Rias, you and Clover should strive to become the mightiest pawns. I have complete faith in your abilities to achieve this. Asia then showed up behind them. Asia, what is going on? Izuku, it's nothing. Asia, you swear? Izuku, yeah? Asia, oh dear Lord, please forgive my sins of lust and envy. She fell to the floor and clenched her head. Clover then showed up. Clover, yo? What's with Asia? Asia, I feel like a knife ran through my head. Rias, God's not very receptive to the prayers of devils. Clover, in hindsight, you should have seen that coming. Asia got up. Asia, yeah? He's probably angry that I became a devil, huh? Rias, how do you feel about it? Asia, I have no regrets, actually. The best part is that Izuku and I can be together forever now, and that's all I really wanted. Clover walked up to Asia and whispered to her. Clover, whispering so you have a crush on my bro, huh? Asia blushed brightly. Clover, ha ha ha. Izuku, Clover, what did you do? Clover, I'll never tell. Izuku, still can you believe the power we possess? Clover, I know, right? We'll become incredible heroes with our gears. Izuku and Clover, let's become the best heroes we can be. So, this was the end of part 1 of this series. Stay tuned for next part of this series, and if you like this video, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our channel. Until next time.